heaven once rested, here is the place where heaven paused, where sky and earth exchanged their first greeting, a lotus pond where water and wind waited for the king. A morning when mountains and palace held their breath. Here a pavilion rose named Gyeonghoeru. Joy gathered here, purpose converged here. The heart of a nation came to rest. Heaven lowered itself and sat upon the pillars, a frugal kingdom, yet a radiant exception. Joseon, a nation of restraint, built its palaces with discipline, beauty, and one pavilion remained, the singular grace that bore the king's dignity, the final place where splendor was allowed. Gyeonghoeru, a declaration spoken in silence,
a brilliance born of restraint.
The pride of Joseon, a single point of gold within a frugal land, its gaze fixed toward 1,000 years. 3 tiers rising across the open air, tiles poised to take flight, corridors touching the sky, shadows stacked in layers of light. A second palace stood upon the water so high even the wind lowered its voice. The highest courtesy humanity could reach, the deepest humility it could hold.
Golden thresholds, the song of jade pillars.
Doorposts adorned with gold, pillars gleaming like jade, their ironclad strength commanding awe. Clouds and dragons carved in stone, even their reflections in water radiant. A sight that stole breath from afar, grandeur felt without touch,
majesty seen with the eyes alone.
Time carved into stone, a nation engraved in rock.
Lotus pond, another sky,
a pond with 100 reflections, lotus blossoms lifting the sky itself. Fish and waterfowl danced without music beneath 1,000 willows. Mist drifted like breath, moonlight sat upon the pond, creating 2 nights at once, a palace upon water, a universe within the palace.
banquets where the king ruled.
At sunrise, the dragon robe burned crimson. When the gates opened, governance began. The banquet was never mere pleasure. Politics was not power, but responsibility. This pavilion knew it well. Each feast was a vow to the people,
Each cup a pledge to the nation.
Yeonjeon seen by foreign envoys.
Envoys who crossed the sea spoke of 3 wonders.
Dragons reflected in stone pillars, ministers whose beards brushed their boats, and a ritual unafraid of wine. Here borders dissolved, culture spoke without words. Gyeonghoeru was diplomacy without interpreters, a state letter written in architecture, national dignity floating upon water.
Gyeonghoeru by night becoming poetry.
Boats drifted beneath the moon, king and poet sat face to face, rode the water, stars float along the pillars, a place fit for immortals within a single cup of wine. 1,000 years folded, do not sing of departure, said that night, a whisper still lingering on the pond.
Sejong stars measuring the sky.
On the high platform to the north, instruments stood to read the heavens. In Jang Yong-sil's hands, stars became numbers.
Gyeonghoeru, a pavilion of banquets.
And a tower of science where stars met the people. The king read the sky to know the seasons of his people. An observatory upon water.
At the center of debate,
Officials said 3 stories were excessive, yet the king did not stop. Dragons were carved, copper ridges raised, blue tiles dreamed of.
the nation's dignity was set above.
Yet the same breath,
Different words,
different words,
different words.
yet the